Hi, good evening.
Good evening, Rabbi.
So we're up to Chet. So we're doing Bet Yosef here. Yes, we still have more to go. We weren't able to finish it yesterday. It was too long. Okay. Hopefully we'll finish it today. Hopefully. So it says here like this. Yeah, let's look inside the tour first. So it says the tour like this. גם על ההטמנה של אדוני אבירוס ז"ל, that even regarding the installation of the Rosh, יש לפקפק. So there's still some right questions there going on with this. Questionable. Now, the kupa shetaman, right, from this Gemara there. אלא שהוא היה מחלק להתיר, but he says the Rosh was giving, differentiating, כיוון שאין דרך הטמנה, that he said that it's allowed to do this way, insulation, because it's not the way of insulation to do like that. Kemosh bekupa, like inside the box. Shehu derech hatmana, which is the way of doing insulation. ורשב"ג היה מתיר לתת פירות סביב הקדרה. Okay, that's already something else. So let's see that Yosef here, what he says about that. כלומר, שאף על פי שלא היו גחלים בקירה. So it means to say like this, the meaning of it is like this. Even though that there was coals inside the stove, מכל מקום, מחמת חום, but it says nevertheless, because of the heat, hakira of the stove, היו מתחממים הבגדים. You know, the clothing gets heated up as well. מוסיפין הבל, and therefore it adds heat, right? That's what we said yesterday. אלא שהוא היה מחלק, כלומר, but he, the Rosh, right, differentiated by saying, דכיוון דאין הבגדים נוגעים בקדרה. Since that clothing is not touching the pot, אינו דרך הטמנה, therefore it's not considered to be the way of insulation. בשרע, and therefore it's allowed to do it this way. ולפי זה כל שהוא בעניין שאינו בגדים נוגעים בקדרה. So he says, according to this, right, the deduction is like this, that when you don't have the rags touching the pot, even though you do have right fire under it, doesn't matter. It's allowed. Because that's not the way of insulation. So meaning what? The way of insulation is it's actually covered, you know, not with airspace in between. So it says, so therefore we're not going to decree here that he may come to insulate inside the embers. Kataba Gaon Maria Bohav. So says the Maria Bohav. Zal. כנראה לא, דיבר רבנו יונה. It seems that according to רבנו יונה, שהוא מחמיר יותר מהראש. רבנו יונה is even more stringent than the Rosh. ואינו מתיר לשים בגדים כלל. He doesn't allow to put clothing, you know, rags at all. אפילו אם אינם נוגעים בקדרה, even if they're not touching. Then נראה כן ממה שכתב ר"ן, but it says from the Ran doesn't seem that way. That רבנו יונה, according to רבנו יונה, according to his understanding of רבנו יונה. והרשב"א ז"ל, and also the רשב"א, כמו שיכתוב בסמוך, like we're going to write later on. Okay. כתב הר"ן, שיש חולקין ואמרי, so says the Ran, right, some argue and say, דהד אסור להניחה על גבי גפת, that which we say that it's forbidden, right, to place it on on top of the olive pits, dafka hecha delo mafsik avira. That's only if there's no airspace, right? Again, same concept. Then akderel gefet, right, between the pot and the olive pits. She'afa pi sheshulak kupa mafsikin. So it says even though the bottom of the box, right, does right separate between them physically, akati atmana mikya. That's called anyway insulation. אבל האחד מפסיק אווירה, but when you have airspace also in between, right, שיהוי מקרה, it's called just, you know, placing it there, you're not really insulating it. ולא התמנה, it's not insulation. Yes. ואף על פי שהקטרה למעלה ממנו ממונה, למעלה ממונה בקופה, שרב. So even though the pot is above, I didn't read it right, one more time. ואף על פי שהקטרה למעלה תמונה בקופה, and even though that pot, right, is above, is insulated inside the box, shara, it's allowed. דמד בקופה דבר שאינו מוסיף אבל. Because whatever you have inside the box does not add heat. הוא, ונמצא שאישה אותה גבי דבר שמוסיף, ותמנה ממלא בדבר שאינו מוסיף. So it turns out, right, that you didn't really insulate it in something which adds heat. Deshare od yom. So therefore, you're allowed to do it before Shabbat. נמצא שהוא שלמטה עניין לעצמו. So he says, therefore, right, whatever is under it is a different situation altogether because it's not really direct contact with the pot, and therefore we don't call that hatmana, we don't call that insulation. So he says, therefore, each one, each scenario is allowed. So he says, now our custom is like this, right? According to this reasoning, so what we do is we insulate the dish in with rags, which is something doesn't add heat. So he says what happens is, right, that the pot is standing on top, sitting on top of the stove. So that thing is covered, it's not really directly fire. That does add heat though, right? That's that scenario. The Zohi Shishata Ramban. That's according to Ramban. He says, that's the end of it. Okay. That's the end of it. Okay. Mm-hmm. So this was the run. Okay, fine. So it says in Per Kira, which is in the Gemara, Yud Zayin Amud Bet, Gaben v'nimtzeu klale shmuah v'shui kudera, right? That it says there regarding the general rules of placing on top of the stove. Al gabe kira, all right, one on top of the other, one. Yeah. Katab minhag zeh. So he says, right, that this custom, the stam, he wrote this custom. Katab od l'divrei Rashi. He wrote according to Rashi, sober the kira tuma ena mosefet hava. He holds that if it's it's covered, the goals, it doesn't really add heat. If our ovens are like a stove, even if it's touching the coals, it will still be allowed. The sirale, because he holds in a head the gift, so he says, granted, right, that when it comes to outfits and things like which resemble it, meaning what, that they add heat, you're not allowed to insulate with those things. So he says the reason is because those substances all the time, they're adding heat all the time. Not so when it comes to, right, these embers which are covered, so they're going and dimming all the time, right? Dimming down. Not only they don't add heat, they even, it says, they even reduce the heat. Okay. כתב הרזה, says רזה, שעל פי סברה זו, it says, according to this reasoning, שנהגנו לאכול לחמים הטמונים במקומותינו כמנהג הטמנתם. So that's why we have the custom to eat, right, the cholent, whatever, right, which is insulated, like they used to do. That's the end of it. Okay. That's the end of it. רבנו ירוחם בחלק ג' כתב בספרת בתוספות. This rabbi wrote the opinion of Tosfot, the Siatam and his colleagues, וספרת הרמב"ן, also רמב"ן, ולא הכריע ביניהם, didn't really paskin which one is the halacha. כתב מכל מקום, but he writes, right, in any case, כולם מודים, everybody admits, שמותר לתת כלי על גבי קדרה. You're allowed to put some vessel on top of the pot, שכיוון שאין הכלי נוגע בצידי הקדרה, since the pot doesn't touch the sides, the vessel doesn't touch the sides of the pot, and זה דרך הטמנה. It's not called insulation. וגם הר"ן כתב בריש פרק במתונים. The Ran also says, לדעת רבנו יונה, according to רבנו יונה, ורשב"א, also רשב"א, משים עליה אותו כלי רחב, he puts upon it, on it, some wide vessel, שאנו נוהגים לשום על גבי הקדרה, that we accustomed to put on top of the pot. וכל כהי גבנה לא הווה הטמנה. This is not considered to be insulation. Okay? כתב סמ"ג וסמ"ג בתרומה. These three rabbis wrote, therefore אגב אסור לתת ככלים לתחת הקדרה, even though you're not allowed to put coals under the pot, שמטמין that he's insulating, אם מצא למחר קצת ככלים באורות, but if he found right tomorrow, in the morning, whatever, some coals that are still, burning, עם הדשן with the ashes שטמן בו that he insulated in there, הקדרה, the pot, אין בכך כלום, that's nothing, right? We're not concerned about that. כיוון שעיקר ההטמנה הייתה בדבר ההיתר, because most of the insulation was with something which is allowed. כן כתב במרדכי, so the Mordechai says בפרק קירה. So he's telling you, right, that b'diavad, if he did this, it would be okay, because most of the insulation was kosher, even though some of it was not. Okay? One more. Let's move on. I'm just going to get a glass of water if you don't mind. Just give me 1 second. So let's move on. Rashban היה מתיר לתת פירות. So now we're going to a different section here. It says here that the Rashbam used to allow to place fruits around the pot. So we'll read this in the tour. We got to finish the whole chapter now. We're getting to the end of the chapter here. So let's see it inside. Yeah, so it says the tour like this. Rashban היה מתיר לתת פירות סביב הקטרה. The Rashban would allow to put fruits around the pot. אף אגב שאי אפשר להם שיצלו קודם השכחה. Even though it's not possible, they should be cooked before it gets dark, before Shabbat comes in. Because we hold that whatever is 1/3 cooked, so you're allowed to place it on top of the stove. Even though it's not raked out. פירות, So he says, פירות, כיוון שנאכלים חיים, so he says, when it comes to the fruits, since they're eaten raw, חשיבה כמאכל בן דרוסאי. They're considered to be one third cooked. Oh, I see. Okay. So it's a special leniency with them. So why would that be? Because since they're eaten raw, it's like it's already, it's edible right there. Just like something which is one third cooked. ויותר הם טובים, כיוון שנחלים לחיים חשיבה כמאכל בן דרוסאי. Since they're eaten raw, they're considered to be like that, as we said. ויותר הם טובים בלא בישול. So it says actually, they're even better without being cooked. כלל, מכמאכל בן דרוסאי. More than they are when they're one third cooked. עד שיתבשלו כל צורכם, until they're totally cooked. ומי הוא צריך להיזהר כשנותנים שם פירות. So it says, but you got to be careful when you put there, right, the fruits around the pot, שלא יחזיר הכיסוי, you shouldn't put the lid on top. אם נטלו מחשכה. If you took it out before God Shabbat, before Shabbat came in. ושלא להוסיף עליו עד שיוצא לו, you shouldn't add on top of it until they totally roasted or cooked, whatever. Because this makes them cook right faster on Shabbat. So what he's telling you is like this, right? Don't cover those fruits, with the lid of the pot, because otherwise they're going to cook faster. Not because of its insulation, because it's going to cook faster, right? Okay, whatever. Because insulation you don't really have there, even if you cover it with a lid. Okay. That's the tour. So now we'll go to Beit Yosef. הכל מדברי תוספות. So said בית יוסף regarding this. It all comes from תוספות. והראש and בראש פרק ומה תמנין, right? In this פרק, in the Gemara, וכתבו סמ"ק והסמ"ק, and these rabbis wrote it down, והתרומה ורבינו ירוחם, 4 rabbis here, כתבו דלא דמה לבשר. So they wrote, right, that it doesn't resemble meat, right? In other words, the fruits and the meat is not the same. But also the onion and the eggs does not resemble the fruits. Because that we forbid, unless it's already cooked beforehand, before Shabbat. The ביצה אין דרך לגמעה, ובצל אף על פי שלפעמים אוכלים אותו חי, אין טוב לאכולו חי כמו תפוחים. So he says the reason is because these things are not really readily eaten when they're raw. It's not the best way to eat them. So, right, in other words, usually most people don't swallow raw eggs, right? And it says even though onions are edible when they're raw, but they're even better when they're cooked. That's the more desirable way to eat them. Okay. All right, sounds good to me. So, as opposed to what? As opposed to the fruit, right? Which, is totally edible as is. Anyway, so he brings the example, right? Kimot tapuchim, right? It's not like apples, just eat them raw. But they're also good when you cook them. The Mordechai katab beresh pekira. It says the Mordechai regarding this, right? In the Gemara there, shemutar le'atmin tapuchim be'agasim. So it says you're allowed to insulate apples and pears, chaim, right? Raw ones. The huadin the bepsim chaim. So the same thing also applies. He says to raw eggs, umaim, and also like water. That should be hot for tomorrow. Hakol mutar le'atmin le'tzorech mahar. It's all allowed to insulate for tomorrow. All these things. But when it comes for the night, it's not allowed to do that, right? Because we're going to stir the coals. Yeah, so this is a different opinion, it seems to me. I think we saw this in the Ramah already, that some allow insulating. Yeah, I think we saw it. Some allow insulating certain, certain things that you're going to have for tomorrow, even though it adds heat, something like that. But if you're using it for the night, then it's not so. Because now we're concerned he's going to stir the coals. So what's the difference, right? Since it's in the morning, he won't stir the coals because it has plenty of time to cook. But at night, he's got to hurry it up, right? He's got to make it snappy. So we're concerned about that. Okay, that's the end of the Mordechai. Interesting. Mm-hmm. So it says, right, that according to this, says B'Yosef, that which we forbid, right? Regarding the onion and egg, until it's totally cooked. That's only there, in that scenario. That's precisely that's what it is. It has to be fully cooked. So he says, I already wrote in this chapter, the lo mach mahaki midiba mfashim. Right. The commentaries don't say like this. So it says this rule was really right. The din should have been written in the chapter which was talking about placing things on the fire. Reish and Gimel, which we did a week ago or more. But it says the reason why I put it here is because since it concludes with something which has to do with the insulation. That's why the Jew wrote it in this chapter. Dani is Kartiv Besiman Rishnugim. I mentioned it over there in that chapter, right? Okay, he has a different system. I can't tell you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember reading this over there. Okay, rings the bell. Anyway, Beatisham Dibre Rabbeinu Yerucham Shkatav there. This is how explained also Rabbeinu Yerucham says about this. Umash Katab Shelo Yachazira Kisui, and now what she wrote, right? Don't return back, right? Don't return the cover. As we said, right, to place it on top of the fruits. Pashutu, so it says Maran, right? This is obvious. You can't do that. So he says, this is what it means, right? It means that you shouldn't return, right? The cover, the lid, once it becomes Shabbat. If he took it off, then so we're not talking only if he took it off when it became Shabbat. They shouldn't return it. But when he took it off before Shabbat, he should return it. Before he can return it. So it's all the more so. So all the more so, what does that mean? All the more so you're not allowed to do it in that scenario. Katuba got Mordechai. It says in this place, right? Kira over there, the Kedera Haita or Bashil Kemachal Ben Drusai. Let me just make sure I'm reading in the right place here. Yeah, I guess that, okay. It just like that sounds familiar. No, I think we read this in a different place also. Anyway, it's good. It's all good. We're almost done. So again, right? It says Katuv Gad Mordechai. It says in this rabbi, Perakira, the Kedera Haita Bashil Kemachal Ben Drusai. Right. So if you have a pot, right, with raw food inside, or it's one third cooked. Share le'anuche b'tanur. You're allowed to put it in the oven. Erev Shabbat, before Shabbat. Im chashecha, right? Before it gets dark. Afilu eno garuf katum. Even if it's not baked out. Afilu im mugaf atanur v'sotmo dehashta nafish havla. Even if he says the tanur, the oven is like plastered in, closed in really well, hermetically sealed. Because now it has a lot of heat, the heat doesn't escape like that. Right? Shared, it's still allowed. The lo dame ledavar mosif hava. Still doesn't resemble something which adds heat. Dane mile kegon tomen begefet melach. That's only applies where he um, he insulates with olive pits, right, or with salt. He'll say about things like this, right, which add heat, as we said. Davar metaltel מדביק אצל דופני התנור. These are things which he sticks on to the oven, right, to plaster it or whatever, something like that. The odd, furthermore, it says, they still, right, they always add heat, בתנור סתום, when it comes to a sealed oven, סמוך לגחלים, close to the coals, as long as it's not touching the coals, it's allowed. This is not called hatmana, it's not called insulation. The appreciate, like we explained already, the the kamar, and if this if it's already Shabbat, kamar dainu sheyesh shiur le'avtiach, that means that there's enough heat, right, to cause it to cook, to boil. Then shiur ligmor, but it's not going to finish the job. It's not going to totally cook it. That's the end of it. Okay. Let's say muram. ומה שכתב דת חשיכה, עם חשיכה, and now what she wrote, that with darkness, right, when it becomes Shabbat, the kamar haynu שיש שיעור להבטיח that there's enough time to heat it up, to boil it, הוא על פי דת התוספות, according to תוספות, שלוש, in the Rosh, שנתברר בסימן נשנן ג', which was explained in that chapter there, 253. ואפילו מבעוד יום, but even right while it's still Friday, אסור להחזיר. It's forbidden to return. אם הוא כל כך ערב, שאין שהות ליום להרתיח. If it's close enough to being evening, night, that there's not enough time to boil it up. אם הייתה קרה, if it was cold. וכבר כתבתי שם, so it's the Harry wrote there, שלא נהגו כן, so the customers don't like that. If you should come in gedolim, חולקים עליהם. Why? Because many big rabbis, several rabbis, he says, don't argue with this. They don't accept this. And now what she permitted, right? It's cooked 1/3, to put in the oven, which has poles, pashut, he says, דהיינו לדעת Rashi, according to Rashi, the Siato and his colleagues, דהילו לדעת Arif והרמב"ם, but according to Rif and the Rambam, אסור על ישותו, אגב בקירה. You're not allowed to put it on top of the oven, כמו שנתבאר בסימן רנ"ג, like we explained over there in the chapter. Okay, so it's giving you here a lot of details. So let's see Shulchan Aruch. We're pretty much done with this chapter. רש"י מקסך לו, השם שלנו, גדיך לו, גדי. גדי. רש"י מקסך. גדי. Give me 1 second, I'm sorry. Okay, sorry about that. So let's see the Shulchan Aruch and we're done. It says, even though you're allowed to, as we said, right, to put place the pot, agab kira, on top of the stove, as we mentioned already before, sheyesh ba gechalim, which has coals, the ways that we, right, the methods that we mentioned. In the methods that we mentioned. Right, in that chapter that we did before, which is 253. Imhu mechuse bevigadim. It's covered with clothing, right, with rags. Even though the rags don't add heat by themselves, right? But he says they do add heat because of the heat, which is the coals which are under it, right? So therefore, you're not allowed to do this scenario, right? This kind of insulation is not allowed. But it says when you have a scenario where the clothing is not touching the pot, there's some airspace there going on. Right? How would that be, by the way? Because you're putting it on top of some kind of some kind of a ceiling there, on top of that vessel, whatever it is. It's not touching the pot directly. Right? Esh אש שתחתיהם מוסיף עליו, ומי הוא כל שהוא בעניין שאינו בגדים נוגעים בגדרה, אף על פי שיש אש תחתיה, even though you do have fire under it, right? כיוון שאינו עושה דרך הטמנה, but since it's not the way of insulation. So why is it not the way of insulation? As we said, right? Because it's not touching the pot. So therefore, shari, then therefore it's allowed. So it says, therefore, if you put, right, a pot on top of the stove, or kopach, right, or the little stove, sheyesh behem gehalim, which has, right, the coals inside there, and the bottom of the pot is not touching the coals, shihui mikre, that's called placing it, not insulating it. Mutar. So therefore, for us, right, comes out that you are allowed to insulate this way. Right? What does that mean? You have the pot on a plata, right, which is a source of heat, and then also you got the On top of it, you have the rags, right? So why is it allowed? A couple of reasons, right? Number one is because when you have it on top of a plata, we're not concerned it's going to turn up the heat, right? Because you cannot really turn it up with the plata. It's like a constant heat. That's one thing, right? Number two, also, the other reason is because um, yeah, that's the only reason, really. The other reason would, yeah, well, okay, you could say maybe another reason. I'll tell you another reason. The other reason would be is because the only time that we forbid this is if it's touching the coals, the pot itself, right? It's on top, directly on top of the coals. But when it comes to the plata, we don't say it's on top of the coals. So why is that? Because there's a heating element, right, which is under the metal plate on the plata on top. But those heating elements are not touching the pot directly. So because of those two reasons, we would be allowed, to insulate like that. Put the pot on top of the plata, and on top of that, right, you put clothing. So therefore, people do this, by the way, in Israel. I've seen this already. They use the rags, to cover the pots, even though it's on the plata. So there's no problem with that. So by us, we're pretty good with that. We're fine. So the only way this would be forbidden is if you're putting on top of coals, right? So there, we're concerned that he's going to stir the coals. This is the reason why it's not allowed. But when it comes to, as we said, right, the plata, that doesn't really apply. Okay, great. Same thing also would be with the blech, because the blech, the metal plate, also it reminds you not to, turn up the fire, and also you don't really need to turn it up anyway, right? It's fine the way it is, it's not really dying down. So therefore, there's no reason to turn it up anyway. So either way, you're pretty good. Okay, great. So let's move on a little bit. We're almost done. So now he says another scenario, right? Which is he placed on top of the pot, right, a vessel, some kind of wide vessel. It's not touching the sides of the pot, right? Some kind of a wide thing there. So now, right, if you put on top of that vessel, right, the rags, that that means that it's not really touching the pot now, the rags. Mutar, that's where it's allowed, even in that scenario. Even if it's on top of the coals. Um, since right the clothing, right, the rags are not placed on top of the vessel, rachab, uh, I'm sorry, they're on the top of that wide one, and they're not on top of the pot itself. So therefore, it's not touching the sides of the pot. And kan hatmana. So therefore, that's not called insulation. Therefore, it's allowed. לכן מותר להניח הקדרה תנורים שלנו. So it says also it's allowed to place the pot on top of our ovens. He said. I'm sorry, not on top, but inside the oven. Right? How do you do that? You put some raw food there, right? But as we said, right, the pot should not be placed on top of the coals. Even though he's covering, right, the oven, right, with the rags, it doesn't really matter. Why? Because the clothing is not touching the pot. Therefore, it's not called insulation. Therefore, it's allowed. Okay, good. Good, 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 good. Okay, so a little bit more. Says the Rama, um, so he says, the Rama now talks about the insulation that they do in his countries, right? You know, the Ashkenazi countries, whatever. Right? So he said the way we do it is like this, right? We insulate in the oven, right? And we paste, right, the oven with a plaster, whatever. Shareh lekulam, it's allowed. He says, according to everybody. Why would that be? Why is that allowed? So the answer is, since it's closed with plaster, right? We're not concerned, that he's going to open it up and stir the coals, right? Because everything will get ruined like that. So if it's plastered in, he's saying, right, that there's no problem there to do insulation like that. That's interesting. Today, nobody plasters the oven, right? So, this would not apply to anybody today. Whether he's Sephardi or Ashkenazi, it would not apply. So, anyway, right? Commotion is the simulation of Dalit. Like, we explained, he says already in a different chapter, right, about this. He did mention it before. So it's also going to explain different chapter later on. Mitzvah Shabbat. So look what the Rama says, right? It's a mitzvah to insulate on Shabbat. Why is it a mitzvah? So you shouldn't have, hot food, right? It's a mitzvah to eat hot food. So if right, insulation, facilitates you eating hot food on Shabbat, so it's a mitzvah. Right? Today, as we said, right, we don't really need it so much, because we have other ways to do it. But so he says, the call there will be oneg Shabbat. So this is like, it says the honor of Shabbat, right? The oneg Shabbat, pleasure of Shabbat. So look what it says, right? Whoever doesn't believe in the words of the sages, the rabbis, right? And he forbids, right, to eat hot food on Shabbat. We're concerned that he's a heretic, right? This person. There was a sect like this, in the times of the Second Temple, that they didn't allow to eat hot food on Shabbat. They thought it was forbidden, So they were heretics, So therefore, the rabbis decreed that we should have hot food, in order to negate, right, deflect their, false beliefs. Okay, very good. So we're finished with the chapter. It's exactly 9:30, right on time, just on time. Okay, so Bezrat Hashem, thanks for coming. Be blessed with wealth and health and happiness, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bezrat Hashem. Hazak Baruch, Laila Tov.
Thank you, Rabbi.